Hi, Scorpio. Thanks so much for tuning in to my October 2018 predictions for you. I appreciate the love and support. And just a couple of admin notes before we get into what you can expect for the month ahead. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. If you are a subscriber in the near future, I will be ending each video with messages from crossed over loved ones. And if you are a subscriber, it just makes it a little bit easier for me to narrow down what sort of spirits come through. I can be specific about only Scorpios that are subscribed to my channel. So again, if you're interested in that, please subscribe. If you're not, that's cool too. No biggie. I also post my weekly radio show prediction videos here for everyone as well. And if you have 1, 2, or 3 questions you need answered and you don't have time for an appointment, or you're just an individual that prefers to do things via email, Facebook Messenger, text, voice message, or any other way that's convenient for you versus actually getting on the phone or doing a Skype session or meeting in person, I've set it up that you can now contact me through those other avenues. There's a link in the description section of this video to ask your question. I also offer a monthly subscription service to receive personalized psychic predictions, and those are very similar to this video, but I also break it down per week, and it's obviously specific to you, and I offer that for $68 a month. If you'd like to sign up, you can follow the link in the description section of this video as well. And if you're interested in any if you're interested in any other of my services or want to check out my website, I do have a frequently asked questions page. There's a link to that as well. And if you're interested in booking an appointment, you can call or text 407-374-3133 or email me at AskRebeccaToday@gmail.com. I will be honoring my Groupon pricing for scheduled appointments via phone, Skype, or in person. All right, let's get into what you can expect for the month of October 2018. These are general predictions for everyone with Scorpio as their sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign in areas of work, love, finances, health, and spirituality. I'm excited to see what's up too because I'm a Scorpio, so I'm all about this month and hearing what's going to come through and see what I'm going to be experiencing right along with all of you. So general themes. This month, one of your themes is expansion. Lots of growth taking place. Expansion will stretch your abilities, your wisdom, your awareness, and your love. You'll be taken beyond your old comfort zones and be opened up to new possibilities. For some of you, I see your businesses expanding and growing, your bank accounts, your families, and unfortunate for some, your waists, right? Your waistline is going to grow a little bit. But you know what? Sometimes that's totally normal, especially with the stuff that's happening energetically on the planet. Sometimes during major downloads of energy, we will pack on a couple of pounds and feel a little bloated, and that's totally normal. But if you've been like overdoing it and you've been eating a lot or just not paying attention to what you're putting in your body, well, that's a little bit of a different kind of a weight gain. So just be on the lookout for expansion in all of its forms in all areas of your life this month. This month, some of you will be dealing with obstacles. Something is blocking you from moving forward. For the most part, it feels like it's you holding yourself back. And I speak from experience with that because I do that a lot sometimes too, right? I've got all these ideas. I've got this creative energy that's flowing through me, but then I'm not acting on it, or I get lazy, or, you know, whatever it is. I have fear surrounding it so that I don't do it. And these are all normal things that will come up. But for the most part, it's very important that you don't allow them to block you for long periods of time. It's completely normal to like have fear come up and freak you out for a minute and like, ooh, I don't know, I don't want to do it. Should I do it? Should I do, you know, shouldn't I do it? But you should eventually trust your intuition, and if you know it's something that's going to be to the benefit of you, then by all means leap forward and take that chance and become unstuck, right? For a few of you, I do feel there could be a literal object blocking your path or blocking you in some other way. Maybe it's, you know, you're going for a walk and all of a sudden a snake is on your pathway, or you're out and about. I kind of feel like it's animals. I'm here in Florida, so, you know, you could be out, a gator could walk by. I mean, we've got, you know, bears and all kinds of stuff. So you just never know what it is. Or you could be on the road somewhere and maybe there's a traffic incident that keeps you blocked or moving forward. You could be in a hallway going somewhere and it gets blocked. Whatever, there could be a physical representation of this blocking your path in some way. I feel like the moment that you recognize what it is that's blocking you, whether it be yourself, people, finances, fear, or insecurities, you will overcome it this month, and then it will be all green lights for you. I also feel some of you making connections with another person. For some of you, this will be a business partnership or working together on a project. Others will finally meet a romantic partner, connections of all sorts with one other person where the two of you are working in perfect harmony. You're very much in sync. This month, you will become aware of the potential sources of assistance to you. You'll be working through the mindset of doing everything alone or thinking you have to do everything alone. You'll be learning to accept help, and you'll also be learning about generosity, basically giving and receiving. Some of you are givers and not receivers, while others are only receivers without ever giving, so that would kind of make you a taker. So this month you'll find the balance between the two. And some of you will be dealing with competition and conflict in your working life. Some of you may experience one or the other, while some of you will be experiencing both. The lesson here is, one, you don't have to deal with everything on your own, and two, it's helping you learn to believe and trust in yourself. Now, some of you could have flare-ups of anger during any work conflicts. Think before you speak. Because otherwise I kind of feel like you'll regret the outcome. I feel like it could become heated enough where you're saying the wrong things, maybe you even like lunge, or I just feel like there could be room for misinterpretation and things could go sour very quickly, and it would end up biting you in the butt versus biting the other person in the butt. So again, kind of pay attention to that. Work, for those of you employed, some of you have a skewed perception of work this month, whether you feel everyone is out to get you or things are extremely cutthroat, or I don't know. I just kind of feel like it could be misperceptions in some way. And to resolve this, be generous with your time, attention, and information with your coworkers. I know that sounds counterintuitive because what you want to do is really shut down and you want to get mean and you want to say nasty things, or you're going to work out your revenge. Whatever the case is, that is not going to help you, right? Do it a different way, because then you're growing and evolving and you're creating and drawing energy to you that's positive in nature, because you're a magnet. And what you're feeling, what you're thinking, and what you're doing, and what you're sending out to the universe is coming back to you. So if you're sitting there silently plotting your revenge, well, guess what? It's probably going to bite you in the butt. And I'm just going to say ass. Hopefully you guys don't mind, because butt just sounds so weird. Okay, so it'll bite you in the ass if it doesn't get resolved in a different way. Now, some of you will straight up be dealing with open conflict at work. I mean, don't get sucked into the drama. Instead, keep a paper trail of your work and have a trusted coworker with you in the midst of any kind of heated debates about work. Because again, like I said, there could just be some negative energy for some of you guys around. For the most part, I feel like work will be okay for Scorpios, but like I said, there is a possibility, and it's really going to be dependent on what energy you're in. So if you're more of a pessimist and you're more aggressive in nature, and you've got unresolved anger issues, and you're not dealing with your emotions, and you don't really feel at all because you don't want to feel, I feel like in those situations, if you're going to have more of an intense time versus someone that's more optimistic, positive, doesn't let other people affect them in that way. I feel like you guys will kind of just witness it and be like, oh, dang, that's happening right now in front of me. Wow, okay, let me just stay out of it. So again, it's going to be dependent on who you are as an individual. Now, those of you that are looking for work, I feel like you'll be dealing with competition. Stay positive. You are talented. You have skills that are unique to what others bring to the table. I keep feeling it will be important to be yourself in interviews. Be you. Don't pretend to be something that you're not, because it's not going to help you. People feel that. It comes across energetically very, very awkward, and people pick up on that, and then they don't know what's going on, and then they're like, I don't know, I felt uncomfortable around that person. So just be yourself. And if you get nervous in the interview, just say, oh my God, I'm so sorry, I'm completely nervous, I forgot what I wanted to say, or just be honest and be yourself, and it will work out in your favor. I do feel a few of you getting jobs this month. Most of you are getting interviews for sure, and some of you will just steadily be applying with no real leads until next month. Love, for those of you in committed relationships and dating seriously, I feel like those of you in a relationship that seems not to be going well, try giving more this month versus expecting more to be given to, versus you expecting more to be given to you. And when I say giving, I mean giving to your partner in the way they like, the way they need, and the way they appreciate, not the way you like or think they like or assume that they like, right? So that's where a lot of us make mistakes, because we experience feeling loved one way, and then our partner experiences feeling loved another way. Meanwhile, we're each trying to love each other in the way that we want to be loved. And it just keeps going like this, right? Like you're just bouncing off of each other because neither one of you is feeling loved and appreciated, because you're trying to give it in the wrong way. So this is where you really need to pay attention and listen to your partners and communicate. And I feel like if you don't know, what your partner's love language is, or if you don't know what your love language is, let me know. I have a worksheet. You can email me and I will send you the worksheet for it, and you guys can sort it out. Now, some of you Scorpios could be alienating your partners this month by being too independent and disconnected. Some of you could be dealing with mild conflict this month. Feels like newer relationships, but also a few long-term ones where the conflict is actually beneficial to the relationship, as long as you both fight fair and you're learning more about yourselves, each other, and you're clearing the air. So make sure you don't get into a really nasty fight. Express yourself with I statements. I'm feeling unappreciated. I'm feeling unloved. I'm feeling, I feel, I feel, I feel. Not you make me feel, not you do this and I do this and you always say that. Those things backfire, and you'll have a constant battle between the two of you. And I already hear some of you, you're saying, well, that's how they communicate with me. That's what they're always doing, is projecting onto me. Well, you know what? Be the bigger person. And if you need to be the change you wish to see, because if you start behaving in that way, typically people will automatically start behaving in a similar way. So love and respect yourself, and you'll get that in return. Now, this month you could also, I feel like a few of you could be dating someone for a while who doesn't seem to be moving the relationship along. This month, you could lose your patience with that. However, if you really want to be with this person long term, then patience is exactly what is needed. This is the other person's issue. It's not yours, so don't take it personal or make it all about you. Everyone moves forward at their own pace. Everybody has their own timetable for things. Look at the bigger picture of it. Have you been together for a long time? Are you still interacting with each other in a healthy manner? Are you still going out on dates? Are you still laughing and joking? And, is the connection still solid, and you're just finding reasons to be upset because you haven't gotten engaged yet or you haven't moved in yet, right? And again, like if these are things that are bothering you, it's best to have a conversation with your partner and express what you feel. Better you get it out in the open and do it in a healthy way so that you're not stuck, you know, resentment's growing and everything that your partner does, you hate it. And oh my God, he just looked at me and it made my skin crawl. You know, like, you know how it is. We can get into a really negative mindset and we're focusing on all of the bad stuff instead of all of the good stuff. So really try to keep that in perspective. And I do feel like, you know, for the most part, relationships are going to be going pretty well this month. Now, it is currently the planet Venus, which is the planet of love, is in retrograde from October 5th through November 16th. And it's retrograde first from October 5th to October 31st in Scorpio. So expect all of your junk, all of your baggage, anything that is unresolved and that you haven't dealt with, it is going to come up. And that's going to come up whether you're in a relationship or if you're single, because you have to deal with you or you have to deal with yourself through a partner. Now, November, from October 31st to November 16th, it's going to be in Libra. And again, things are going to come up that need to be dealt with, especially around the family. So, you know, it's going to be a pretty intense month for romantic relationships and relationships in general. So make sure that you're doing the work so that you have a high success rate. You're either salvaging your relationship or you're realizing you're in a toxic, unhealthy relationship and it's time to love yourself and get out of that situation. And some of you are just with people that you're not compatible with any longer. You outgrew each other, and that's no big deal, right? If you've done everything you can to make it work and reconnect and fall in love and it's just not working, well, maybe that means it's time to move on. You know, we have more than one soul connection. We have multiple connections. So don't let that be the thing that, you know, keeps you stuck in an unhappy situation. And the other thing too is nobody is destined to be alone, right? You only end up alone if you choose to be alone. And I know Scorpios because I'm a Scorpio, and there's no way in hell you're going to be alone. You're just not going to, right? You're going to have human contact and human connection. There's just no doubt about it. So make sure that you're doing the work. Now, those of you that are looking for love and you're single and out there dating, this month feels like it will be a sort of an ebb and a flow for you. I feel like there will be some great opportunities to meet prospective partners that turn out to be long-term relationships. So there are a couple of connections happening. And I also feel like there's work that needs to be done. Some of you think you're open to having a relationship when in fact you're not. This month, you'll realize how you're self-sabotaging. I feel like there could be some hookups this month, but I'm not feeling they will pan out to be more than sexual encounters or hanging out for fun. And I think for, you know, the majority of Scorpios, that's okay. We're okay with sexual encounters as long as, you know, it's two adults consenting to the encounter and you both are open and like, hey, we're just here to have some fun. I'm not looking to fall in love and marry you, right? So I feel like that's a good thing for you guys. There are a few exceptions where this could turn into a short-term relationship, but it does feel like it's more like a fun, carefree, party atmosphere type month for you single Scorpios. So have fun with it. It's a great month. You got Halloween. You've got all kinds of stuff going on. So I feel like, you know, you could be out there mingling and meeting all sorts of people. Enjoy it. Don't get fixated on anything. And if any of your junk comes up to be dealt with, allow yourself to deal with it. Feel it, analyze it, integrate it, accept it, and then let it go and move on so that you will be preparing yourself to be ready to receive a relationship in the future. Finances. Financially, I do feel increase will be available to all Scorpios this month. I feel like it's a creative side hustle or business you start. For some, it's helping others with errands, chores, or tasks. Some of you will simply cut down on expenditures. Some of you could get a pay raise. And the key is to be open to the increase and see abundance as something other than just money. Health. Some of you could be dealing with physical pain this month. Some will make dietary changes. Some of you may not get any clear answers from your doctor with what your ailments are from. And some of you just need to allow yourself to be more open to love, more open to healing, more open to energy, new people, new ideas, new places, and anything else that you block from receiving due to your own limited beliefs. You'll find relief in that if you can do this. Spirituality, know that spiritual growth is not a competition. Humility is needed. No matter how long you've been growing spiritually or how gifted you may be, there are still things to learn. Allow yourself to be humble, to fail, and to learn. There could be some people that show up this month that try to tell you you need to grow in a certain way or a certain speed, and basically they're shitting all over you. And I said should, not shit, but should. They're trying to tell you what you need to be doing or should be doing. Know that spiritual growth can deal with and involve accepting apparent contradictions. This month, it's about getting comfortable with paradox. And I feel like Scorpios, you guys are going to have a pretty successful month. I'm pretty stoked about it. I liked hearing a lot of the things in this message. So I do feel like there's going to be some days with some challenges, but it's nothing that you can't handle. And overall, it'll be a great month. I'm sending you guys lots of positive vibes, and I look forward to connecting with you next month. Bye.